That's fantastic, Doc. This is just a little bitty, just a short version of the choir. They're awesome. What, got about 50, 75 members in the choir?
Yeah, probably about 65 to 70.
I remember when we had 75 to 100 members years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're awesome. They do a lot of traveling.
They are great. The choir is getting ready to go on a spring tour. Not exactly sure where they're headed at this point, but they go on tour every spring, and they're gearing up to go on their spring tour.
This is great. This is just about to come to an end here. Dr. Hawkins, if you would share with the people, I know about Talladega College, but you share with them, it's a 4-year liberal arts school.
Well, four-year liberal arts institution, founded in 1867. Talladega College has always been known for its rich academic history. It's been known as a great academic institution. As I travel around the country and say the name Talladega College, people know us as being an institution that has always had a rich academic history, and so we don't have to, we don't have to really explain that part of Talladega College, because it has produced outstanding professionals, over the year, whether it's been over the years, whether it's been in the medical profession or the business, education. We've been known for sending students on to graduate school. When a student enrolls at Talladega College, they know that they're going to complete their bachelor's degree and move on into graduate school, and so that we've been known for that, over the years, and because of that, we've produced some of the most outstanding professionals throughout this great nation.
Well, through the years also, and I know firsthand, you've had entertainers like Bill Cosby, guest speaker. You've had Whitney Houston in here. You've had several outstanding entertainers.
I think several outstanding entertainers, and I know when you talk about history, one piece of history that we are most proud of, Dr. Martin Luther King and Ambassador Andy Young, they met for the first time in their life on the campus of Talladega College. And a lot of folks don't know that, but for an invitation by one of our current board members who was a student at the time, Dr. Richard English, and this took place right around 1950, 57, 58. But for that invitation, Martin Luther King and Andy Young may have never met in their life, and so we're very proud of it. And I actually have a photo of that meeting in my office.
That's great. What I know through the years, especially with folks in Talladega, I'm not being critical. It's just our perception. The most folks in Talladega have always thought through the years, back me coming up 40, 50, that is a black college. That's for black folks. That's not true, folks. I mean, that's just the perception that has been perceived because it's Talladega College. It's considered a black college. This is not true. You want to share with them?
Well, actually, if you read the history about Talladega College was the first higher education institution in the state of Alabama to integrate, and so that's certainly a piece of history. And even if you look back in history, and the first presidents of Talladega College were white. When the murals were hung, and that was explained and shared this past Wednesday, President Gallagher was white. And so when you look at the teaching faculty and students of Talladega, the integration of students, it really goes back in history since the institution was founded, and clearly it is known as a historically black college here in Alabama, being the oldest private historically black college, and even yet today, when you look at our enrollment on our campus, we're about 7% white students on the campus, and there's we have probably about 4% Hispanic, and so we have a diversified the student population, and we provide a quality education, and also I would say that our athletic programs, because they have been successful, and we've really concentrated on a 50-mile radius of the institution, And because of that, we're beginning to see more local students attend Talladega College.
Well, I've often said, Dr. Hawkins, a lot of the white folks, I'm picking on white folks because I'm white, a lot of the white folks says, I ain't going to send my young'un to a black school, but you send them to Auburn and Alabama and Jacksonville, and they have folks of color there. It's amazing. Why would you deprive, if you child can't go to school, why would you deprive them from an education somewhere else when you can send them right here to Talladega College and stay at home at night? I've never understood the mentality of this thinking.
Well, you know, we offer an excellent education. Our graduates throughout the country, they're a perfect example. When I look at our chairman of the board, you know, Mr. Harry Colson, who's came here from Miami, he and his brother, and he's a very successful executive with McDonald's vice president. And you know, who would have thought, you know, little old Talladega College would produce such an outstanding executive. And it's been lawyers and doctors, and you look at J. Mason Davis, and
prominent attorney,
you know, very prominent.
Yeah.
The first African Americans to appear on the cover of Time magazine, Ebony magazine. When you look at Eunice Johnson, when you look at her, and there's just been a number of successful graduates over the years, and so we're really proud of that, and we can assure any parents looking at Talladega that their sons and daughters will receive a quality education at Talladega College, and so we're very proud of that.
Two things, and then we'll let you share whatever you may have to we appreciate you being here, as I said, and I know you're a busy person. I know you have grants, for certain categories for grants, and help me with my memory. Isn't there some connection with Graham Bell or the Telegraph, or was it not somebody prominent of inventor that was connected with Talladega College in some respect? Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I'm not really clear on that. There's certainly over the years there's been a lot of outstanding
inventors
that have had some connection to the institution. As I learn and read about the institution, it's just been a rich history, and this institution has played just a major role in the community. It's a major economic engine.
Oh, no question.
In our community, but the rich history of the institution, again, as I indicated, speaks for itself, and we're proud of that, and we're proud of the connections. We're proud of the community partnerships, the corporate partnerships over the years, and we continue that, and as well as partnerships with the federal government to do the types of things that we need to do, whether it's research on the institution, at the institution, our academic programs, or whether it's construction on the campus. Foster Hall, as you are familiar with, is a second building built on the campus. Certainly Swain Hall was the first building, and then Foster Hall. That building is undergoing a restoration. We've been able to secure $4 million to that building's been sitting for a long time. We've been able to secure funding to renovate, and hopefully this time